legends, and thanks for tuning in to the BamBam Fabrications YouTube channel. On this video, we're back on my boy Hacksaw, the Turbo Big Block International Coupe Ute build. We've got some new bits, including a shifter to fit, so stick around, grab a cuppa or your coldie, and enjoy, eh? Alrighty, so like I said, first job off the rank, we've got new shifter, new bank shift shifter from Phil and Rion at Cheaper Auto Spares. Thanks for hooking us up. Give us a smoking deal on the shifter. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing fitted. I just had a quick look before. What I'm thinking is it's gonna need to be sort of roughly up here. So I think I'm gonna join these outriggers together over the transmission. That'll form obviously part of the floor in the tunnel. So if I can get that cross member in, well, not the cross member, but that structural piece in, and then I'll make a little plate running back to the top of this lip here, and that'll get me shifter mounted there. Let's go ahead and get that done, eh? Rightio, so I've given it a couple of quick measurements, and what I've sort of worked out is that I want to go about 400 across both sides, gets me a good distance to the transmission. And then from there, I sort of want to leave, I want the top of it to be flattened out at about 200. And then what I worked out, it's sort of roughly 200 from there up to the flatten out part. So gonna go ahead, mark this RHS out at 400, make a mark, take a pie cut, come up 200, mark it out on the other side until I get that raised in the middle section. And then hopefully, yeah, can get it cut on the other end if she fits. So let's mark this thing out and get it cut, eh? Alrighty, so I've got that cross member, that structural piece cut up and welded there now. Really happy with how it's come together. I was going to join it onto the face of those outrigger legs, but what I've worked out, if I sit it on top of them, it's the right height to actually, yeah, weld a new floor to. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just weld it on top of those outriggers. Get that done, and then like I said before, I've got some I think it's 2 or 3 mil plate out the back. Gonna make a plate that goes from this panel here forward, make it big enough to support the shifter, and it'll actually be the new tunnel, the top of the new tunnel essentially. So yeah, I'll make that plate, get that welded in, and get the new shifter, which we have here, get that shifter mounted there, and yeah, get to run on the cable. Rightio, so I've had a bit of a play with the shifter position. I think this would be a pretty good spot. So I'm going to go ahead, get these holes marked, get them drilled, and get the shifter bolted down, eh? Rightio, so I spent a bit of time off air there. I had to play around and modify one of these brackets. These torque flights have like a lever mechanism set up here. Obviously this thing was missing it, so this thing, the cable has to pull from the front with this setup. So I modified that bracket. It works for now. It needs a little bit of tweaking, but as you can see, it's moving it. So yeah, call that a win for now. I'm gonna go ahead. Next thing I'm probably gonna do is the transmission cross member. This thing's only just sitting in. We got a little bit of RHS that we stuck under the extension housing when we put this engine in it. So like I say, we'll take the shifter off for now. It'll definitely work well enough to move this thing around anyway. For now, like I said, I think it just needs a little bit of tweaking. So we'll move on to the cross member and see how we go with that. Right, yeah, so I've had a bit of a look and a bit of a think about it, and I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is actually just make yeah, a straight cross member that's going to live on the chassis, sort of like what I got the RHS there. But I took the transmission mount off the transmission there. What I think I'm going to do, the front's already pretty solidly mounted with those tough mounts in there, so what I'll probably do is just put a bit of insertion rubber in there, and yeah, just make a straight piece of 25x50 RHS going across the chassis, and I'll probably drill a hole and nutsert into the chassis, and that's why it'll just yeah, that's how it'll come. That's how I'll release the cross member. So it's either that or make some tabs go down the side. I'm not sure yet, but I've got some measurements, so I'll cut it out and yeah, get the transmission mount holes drilled, get it set back in there, and let's have a look at it. I haven't got the nutserts to bolt the cross member down to the chassis. The holes are drilled, pilot holes in the chassis, so I'm just going to wait on that. So yeah, really happy with what I got done. The servo, wasn't sure if I was going to get everything done to get the video out, but yeah, this has turned out really well. Got that cross member in, got the transmission shifter mounted, cables run. Yeah, really happy with that. So gonna shut it down for now, everyone. As always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you can do us a favor, as always, like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.